Inside the Classroom takes an in-depth look at one of Team Hardin County Schools' best teachers in action, featuring comments, class instruction, and insight inside the classroom.
Today in math, we are going to be explaining the difference between inches and centimeters. So if by the end of the lesson today, you think that you can confidently explain how inches and centimeters are different, then you are successful and you've reached our target for today. Capiche? All right. We are turning to page 507, 507. I became a teacher, well, first of all, my mom encouraged me my whole life that I would be a good teacher, so that was really helpful. But also at John Hardin, I did cadet teaching with Mr. Wells, who's now their principal, and he really inspired me to go into teaching. So those were my two big reasons. It gives us an example at the top of our paper, and it says, what is the length of this pretzel? You can use a ruler. However, we don't have to get out our own ruler because why? Charlie? There's already one on the page. What are we going to be measuring this pretzel in? Livy? Inches. Good job. Our ruler is in inches, so we're measuring it in inches. Right now, go ahead and measure that pretzel on your own and write down your answer when you find it. So in our class today, we were doing a lesson on measurement, and I really just wanted to focus on how good my students work together in groups. They're really encouraging of each other, and you'll see them using like some paraphrase chips to restate what people are saying. They're very good at listening to each other. And this is a lesson that we've done all this week, so it's less about that exploring piece and more about just really getting into the content of kind of knowing what those inches and centimeters mean and the difference between them. You're going to share your answer. Ones, you are going to share with 4s. 2s, you are going to share with 3s. Go ahead and not only share your answer, but how you solved it. How did you solve it? Go ahead and talk to your partner. All right, my friends, eyes on me, please. I'm gonna have a friend come up and share how they solved this problem. So we don't only wanna know your answer, but we wanna know how you solved it. Capiche? All right, Mackenzie, can you come up and explain for us? So you did inches and centimeters. How did you figure out centimeters?
So I just make a line and then I measured this one.
Well, you couldn't use the ruler that they gave you, right? Oh, you used your own ruler, okay. And you found that it was 3 inches, but how many centimeters?
7 centimeters.
Okay.
Hannah Hobbs is an effective teacher because she's one of those gifted people who has the ability to look at every facet of every student. I know that seems kind of overkill, but I've never seen someone quite like that before, who's been able to take a look at what all students' needs are, whether it be in the area of, of academics, social, or just a family situation. Hannah has this knack. She just knows how to get to kids and find what their needs are and how to make them feel loved, make them feel like they're the only kid in that classroom, and make them want to succeed.
Okay, so both of them are 3 inches, both of them are 7 centimeters.
Yes.
Okay, so Mackenzie, you said you had to start at the line. Can you show me where we start? What line do we start at?
At the 0.
At the 0 line. Good. Why don't I start at the edge of my ruler?
Because maybe you'll get something wrong when maybe you go to this.
Very nice.
So at the 0, that has the ruler.
Very good. Any feedback for Mackenzie? Paisley. So your position is?
So your position is that the pencil is 3 inches and the pencil in centimeters is 7. Yes, Wiley.
So I was wondering, why did you, I don't know how to say it, but I'm confused
On what?
on like how
Okay, Mackenzie, can you re-explain using the ruler on the board, on this board, how you got it? Yes.
The first thing I did, I looked to the tree, so I saw you had to do it at this time. So it pointed at 3, and then I went 3 and then I flipped my wheel on my desk to something else.
So Riley, I don't know if you heard what she just said, but after she found her inches, she just decided to do an extra step and she used her own ruler. So I think that the best practice I use in my classroom is building relationships. That really makes all the difference for me, not just with behavior, but also with content. If the kids like you, then they're more likely to listen to you and follow along. They want to impress you. So at the beginning of the year, I really just jump right in with eating lunch with them and trying to reach out on my own time after school, get to know them and their families. And that is really what makes the most difference in my room, I feel. Wonderful job, Mackenzie. I love that you added your own step and went above and beyond. That was awesome. Okay, my friends, the next problem we're going to work on in math, we're actually going to skip around a little bit, so make sure you're paying really good attention. We are not going to do number 1. We're going to flip our page over 1. And we are going to look at problem number 2. Now, today, when we solve this problem, we're solving in partners. But when we solve with our partner, we are going to rally coach. That means, Alana, can you hit allow? Thank you. That means if our partner does something that we think is really good, what do we need to do? Aliciana?
Say good job.
Say good job, give them a praise. What if they're off track and they're not really sure what they're saying, or you realize that they're a little confused? Ava? That's right. Just like a basketball coach or a soccer coach, you're not going to play the game for your players, but you're going to give them some hints to be successful. So you're not sharing the answer, but you're going to help them to get the right answer. So let's look at number 2 together. Bobby is making his own centimeter ruler. He marks centimeters on a piece of paper. Fill in the blanks to finish making the ruler. So our first step is to make sure that we're filling in the blanks on our ruler. Then we have letter A. How long is this ruler? Explain how you know. And letter B says, how long is the marker? Today for your rally coach, you're going to work with your face partner right across from you. If you do not have a face partner, I will set you up with one. I'm going to be walking around the room to see who can share their answers and thoughts with us as a class. If you still have a paraphrase chip, keep it on your desk. Capiche? Now, even though we're counting by ones, what do we need to make sure we're starting with? What was that, Charlie? 0, that's right, because we always start at our 0 line. Good job. With our ruler lines, like this very first one, what's it going to be? Very nice, because we always start with our 0 line. Good job. Ooh, make sure before you answer, you label your ruler. If you labeled your ruler all the way up to 10, why are you saying that it's 9 centimeters long? Wouldn't the ruler be 10? Oh, you do think it's 10. Well, this is our starting point, which is, so from here to here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many total? 10. There you go. Good job.
In Hannah Hobbs' classroom, you'll see a little bit of everything, but what I love the most about Hannah's classroom is how there is a genuine approach by students running the show. She literally can hang out over to the side and watch the action happen. Everything is so initiated by her students. She has created such a classroom community where students are little leaders in there, from everything from leading the champs board to initiating when to rotate centers to initiating conversations at an incredibly high level, even for second grade. Students run the show in that classroom. She just guides it all and watches it happen.
How do you know that this ruler is 10 centimeters long?
Because I started counting it up and then I got 10 centimeters.
Very nice. So the whole thing represents 10 centimeters, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get those thoughts down on our paper. Okay.
We also did inches. So
Nice.
even though the marker is 9 centimeters, it is 3 inches. And even though the ruler is 10 centimeters, it's 4 inches.
Very cool. Can you show me?
So with our ruler, we can see that it's 10 centimeters long. The marker is 9 centimeters long.
Okay.
But if you see
I think you just need to turn it. So like here.
and we started at the line right here,
Nice.
and we started at the end line.
Good.
To 4, so that gave us 4 inches. And then we measured the size of the marker. It was
Okay.
right in the middle of 4 and 3, but we said that it was 3 inches because 3 came before 4.
Okay, very nice. I love that you added an extra step all on your own. Very good job, girls. Clip up. Looking for those active listeners. Wow, Levaith showing me active listening, hands in lap, eyes on the board, sitting up straight. I love that. I'm gonna have actually 2 people come up who work together, who explain to me their thoughts, and they're going to explain to you how they got their answers. Vi and Paisley, go on up to the board, please. Well, definitely my students. I think just getting to see them grow, not only as learners, which is very fulfilling to see their growth with content, but more so just as people. When they come in, they're not confident. They're still kind of in that first grade mindset, so they don't have a lot of that responsibility down. And to see how that changes throughout the year is just so rewarding. And also kind of like when we were discussing how they cheer each other on. We practice that a lot. And now they do it on their own, but at the beginning of the year, they were really shy. So to see them forming that confidence and those relationships with each other is probably what's most rewarding for me.
Okay, so we showed the number of centimeters. We knew we had to start with 0, and we went 1. And we knew the ruler was 10 centimeters, and we knew that the marker was 9 centimeters long.
So Vi, can you give the microphone to Paisley so she can explain the second half of what you did?
And then what we did was we measured it in inches, and
How did you do that when there's no inch ruler on your page?
we used our own ruler, and it gave and we figured out that the ruler was 4 inches and the marker was 3 inches, and
So they measured in centimeters, but then they went back and measured in inches. Did anyone else do that with their partner? No, didn't get that far? Very nice, girlies. All right, any feedback for Vi and Paisley? Anyone want to use their chip?
Can I do my own question?
Yeah, go for it.
How did you know you had to start with 0? Oh, because we had to. at first we were gonna put a 1, but then Miss Hobbs helped us to figure out that we need to put 0 there.
Because we always,
We need to start at 0.
good job.
Hannah Hobbs is one of those teachers' teachers. She is relied upon by her colleagues. Not only is she relied upon as a collaborative teacher, as the regular education partner in a special education reg ed partnership, she's relied upon by all staff from 1st through 5th grade, special education through regular education. She leads a lot of the initiatives that we have going on in our building and continues to lead those as a representative at various organizations to bring information back to our staff. She's such a humble human being and doesn't like to brag about herself, which makes it even more special when people work with her and learn from her. She is often a model in the classroom where we'll send other teachers to go in there and observe different initiatives in action. And so people kind of gravitate to a teacher like Hannah.
In other words, on the thing, when measuring the thing, you could maybe put lines down.
To see where it starts and where it, very nice. Yeah, they could have drawn lines for their marker where it started and ended. Very good observation.
Livy? One thing you said was you measured in inches and centimeters.
Very nice. Okay, thank you, girls. Wonderful job. Thank you, ma'am. All right, friends, to wrap up math for the day, have your eyeballs on the board because I'm going to explain this last problem, but you will be solving it on your own. And we're going to come back to it in small group math today in my group. Capiche? All right. On number 3, it says use a ruler. So you're going to be using your own ruler. You're going to measure how long the length of the leaf is in centimeters. It gives you answer choices. But here's the tricky part. The second part of our question says, Tanny chose D as the correct answer. How do you think she got her answer? So after you get your own answer, you need to kind of go and step into her mind and think, why did she get D? Maybe play around with your ruler a little bit and see how she could have gotten that answer. This is independent problem solving on this problem. So we are working. Good. You may go ahead and begin.
When any of my former students come by, that's my favorite part of teaching because I know that I've made some sort of difference. And I know that I remember my 2nd grade teacher, even though it was a long time ago, and when they come back, it really solidifies that I made them feel safe or I made them feel respected. And at the end of the day, that's my goal. Of course, content is important to me and I want them to learn, but I really just want them to know that I care, and I want them to take that with them and be able to come back. And, when I have old students come back and ask me to set up a lunch date with them or anything like that, I know that I really did make some sort of an impact there.
Where do we start when we measure? 0. Oh, were you seeing how she got 8? Gotcha. Look at you. Very nice. I'm going to interrupt you for just a moment. Based on what we did yesterday with inches and what we did today with centimeters, what would you say is the biggest difference between inches and centimeters? Alessiana?
So the longer apart from them, and then these are closer.
That's true. So centimeters are smaller and inches are
Bigger.
larger. Good job. Raise your hand or show me your thumb if you feel like you could explain that to someone younger than you, how inches and centimeters are different. Yes, I can. I think I could. No, I definitely can't. Good. Love seeing the different levels of understanding. Great. Shows me what we need to do for math groups too. Awesome. Okay, continue on with your exit slip.
I think students will always remember Ms. Hobbs because of like I said before, she makes them feel like they're the only kid in the room. Students come back year after year and look for her, either within the building or after they leave Woodland. Students within our building make sure that they visit her on those days where you need an extra smile, that someone that doesn't ask questions when you've made a mistake, or someone who lets you know that things will get better. And they'll always, always, always remember how she makes them feel. She just has that way about her that makes you feel special.
I agree that it was 8.
Ooh, okay. So when you pick that one and it says that she chose it, you can say, I agree with her because I started at 0 and the end showed me that it was
8.
There you go. Very nice, Aiden.
Love how Aiden double checked to make sure he was on the correct side of his ruler. Can you show me how you got 6 for your leaf? Nice. That's okay. Did you change your mind? What do you think it is now? Okay. When you're finished, you can just quietly shut your math book to signal to me that you are done. I think that the main reason teachers are important is because of the amount of time we spend with our students. We're with our students more than their parents are. So really instilling those values that we're teaching, not only with content, but socially and emotionally, and giving them, another role model to look up to. Of course, we know that their first role models are their families, and we're really thankful for them. But having that person to make them feel safe and respected at school, I think is just invaluable. And I really think that any teacher would agree that teaching just goes beyond content and is more about investing in the individual. So I think just leaving that impact and forming those relationships is just invaluable. Okay, let's go ahead and stop where we're at. If you are not finished, I will give you time in my small group today to finish up. I had a few friends in math today that I was really impressed with how willing they were to share their ideas and kind of step outside of the box and be brave today. So I'm going to give out some talking turtles for math. That's going to be Mackenzie, Paisley, Vi, Miss Danielle, heads up. Good job. I feel like I did have one more friend that I wanted to give a talking turtle to, and I can't remember. Aliana, yes. Very nice. And I really want to brag on Aliana because her partner came in a little late, and instead of just keeping on with working with her group of 3, she stopped, made sure that Christopher knew what page he was on, and was an excellent partner. Aliana, clip up and good job. Okay, show me with your thumbs one more time, please. How are you feeling about measurement so far? Really good? Okay, I need help. Okay. Okay, good to see. Very nice. You guys are doing phenomenal with measurement. I'm really, really impressed with you. That is awesome.
What makes Miss Hobbs is a great teacher is because if I don't know something, she helps me learn it.
I enjoy most about Miss Hobbs' class is that they're very friendly and they're always nice to a lot of people.
She helps me do my best by coming onto my desk and giving me hints and clues. And sometimes if I don't get it right, she keeps on helping me. And then after I get it right, she says, good job. In the future, I will remember from the school and Miss Hobbs that every time I was hurt, fell down and stuff, Miss Hobbs would always help me up. She would always cheer me on. And stuff that I didn't know, she would help me out with.